Okay. Hi everyone, my name's Nick, and today I've got Cheryl with me and Andy. I've known Andy pretty much my whole life. You can't see him because we don't know what's going on. But anyway, you should be should be able to see Cheryl. So
Hi.
so Andy's been telling me some remarkable things about Cheryl on her cancer journey, and I've just been dying to have a chat with her. So that's what today's about. It's nothing formal, nothing official. I have to stress none of us are professionals or doctors. So before anyone tries to sue us or pull down this video, this is just all about our own personal life experiences, and we hope that helps you in some way. So, Cheryl, it's nice to meet you. I think the simplest thing to ask is share your story with us. Let us know what's going on.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Cheryl. I was diagnosed 12 months ago with liver cancer in the bile ducts. I was given at the end of June 3 months to live. Went back and saw my specialist 3 months later, still here. He said, I'll have an early Christmas because you won't be here for Christmas. That was last Christmas,
Wow.
2023. And I did succumb to being pressured into chemotherapy. Promised my children I'd do 3 months of chemotherapy. And I ended up doing 3 doses of chemotherapy and didn't like the side effects. I was in the high range of the side effects that was potentially for me. So I decided no, I wasn't going to continue down that road. But backtrack first of all. When I did find out, I contacted friends of mine whose mother had cancer, which is Andy's mother, and spoke to them about what they were doing for their mother. So got talking to them, and I changed my diet, my exercise, started on supplements, eating regime. And then Andy was telling me about Hoxie, a biomedical center in Mexico. And I read the book. Andy lent me the book. I read the book, got in contact with the center. And rather than actually traveling over to Mexico, I had all the blood tests and sent them all my biopsy. I had biopsy done, biopsy results, scans, blood tests done. I sent all the information to them, and they posted me a special tonic made up specifically for my cancer. And I had also immune boosting capsules to take, as well as some other tablets, capsules to take, and just continuing on them. Feel great. I've lost 30 kilos. I exercise every day. Just feel amazing. So glad I stopped chemotherapy. And I will say that was my decision, my personal decision. I'm not telling everyone else to stop chemotherapy. I'm not telling anyone to start Hoxie or change anything in their life. It's a personal journey, and it's up to the individual as to what track they want to go down with their cancer journey. But I just chose what was right for me. So and here I am, still fine, no symptoms, no side effects. Feeling great.
Cheryl, sorry that you can't see me. I've got to work that out at some point. But tell us a little bit about, did you have any meetings with the oncologists, and did you mention this treatment to them? And if so, what was their reaction?
Okay, so my first day of chemotherapy, I spoke to the nurses that were on duty that day, and I said to them, are you supposed to feel, because I could actually feel them, the chemotherapy going through my veins, and they said, no, you can't, you're just making it up. And I said, no, but I can feel it going through my veins. And they said, no, you can't. I went, okay then. So then I had to see the pharmacist at the hospital where I had the treatment done. And I went through all of the my daily regime and all the supplements I'm taking and the Hoxie and everything else. And they're like, no, 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 no. You need to stop that immediately, she said to me. And I said, but why? And she said, you have to. And I said, well, but why? She said, well, the chemotherapy won't work efficiently if you take all these other supplements on the side. You must stop it immediately. And I went, okay then, but I didn't. And my oncologist, my first oncologist was not into any natural therapies whatsoever. It was chemotherapy and that's it. No other, nothing else. The second, I then asked to see a second oncologist, and I was telling her about it to start off with, and she not really. They're not open to it at all. It's it's only chemotherapy, and that's all they're about. But once I stopped chemotherapy, I still saw her a couple of times, and she did. I did eventually tell her what I'm doing. And she said, oh, I think I've sort of heard something about it. Don't know much about it. And I said, well, this is what I'm doing. And look at me. And she, in a roundabout way, said, you wouldn't have got these results on chemotherapy.
Wow.
They
said that
and still be so healthy.
Wow.
Like I have no symptoms. I'm perfectly healthy. I feel better than what I did before I got the diagnosis, to be honest, because I have made all those life changes. I've cut out, processed foods, takeaway, sugar, and I've introduced, sunlight therapy, grounding therapy. I use castor oil, mindfulness, meditation. So it's totally changed my life, and I can thank Andy and his family for that, because I don't know where I'd be without them.
No, our pleasure. That's when you figure stuff out, you have to share it, I think, and that's the most important part. And I think that's what you're doing now. So just going back to the last meeting with your oncologist, did they talk to you about any sort of results, any improvement from the initial diagnosis and scans?
Okay, so the last appointment I had with her was probably 2 months ago now, and I had a MRI and full blood work done. So the results, I went back and saw her the week after that, and the results came back that there had been a decrease in the size of the mass of 3 centimetres, and that was from end of December last year to, what are we in now, June? August. Probably the middle of June was when I went and saw her. So there's been a decrease of 3 centimetres in the mass, and where it had initially spread to lymph nodes beside my liver, that was totally clear. No sign of cancer anywhere else. I had a full body scan, and there was no other cancer anywhere else. And in the scan, the cancer had actually it's like faded, as well as reduced, and the blood work was almost normal. So it's very, very pleasing. Very gives me a lot more optimism. So yeah.
So,
Fantastic.
so I just want to recap, because I'm a simple fella, and this is blowing me away. What you're telling me, this is unbelievable. So you must have.
Oh, it's blowing you away. Try living with it. It's been a roller coaster.
It's
been
so
a big roller coaster.
So basically, you went to the doctor or whatever initially happened, you were crook or whatever your symptom, whatever happened to find out you had cancer. And they told you you had 3 months basically to live.
Yes.
Okay. So this is, I'm just a simple fella. The first thing I think of is, okay, if you tell me you've got 3 months to live, so why did they tell you to do chemo then? That's the part I don't understand. If you've only got 3 months to live,
To he thought that maybe it could prolong my life and give me an extra 6 months, maybe 12 months.
okay, so
Um,
it wasn't a cure. It wasn't done to cure
he
you.
wasn't offering a cure, no. He was offering me time.
Okay, so do this stuff, chemo, and you'll get extra time. So you're telling me you were told you had 3 months to live. I think you said you tried chemo 3 times. You could feel it going through your veins. You stopped it all.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone, changed your diet, changed your lifestyle. I love that you said mindfulness, because I do that 3 times a day. So I'm
Yep.
big into mindfulness meditation.
Yeah.
You've read a book about a Mexico, was it called Hoxie?
Hoxie Biomedical Center.
Okay, and that's in Mexico. And since then, you've done scans. There we go.
Oh, you can't see the picture.
I'll put links in.
Yeah, that's the book.
So since then, you've done scans, and the scans have basically said it's pretty much gone or almost
Well,
gone.
it's not gone, no. But it has shrunk by 3 centimeters in mass. So it's down to about 5.1 centimeter in total.
Okay.
But it was like nearly 9 centimeters. So it's, a significant,
Yeah.
and that was in less than 6 months on Oxy Biomedical, and as well as all the other therapies that I do.
So
Yeah.
if someone's listening today who's just been diagnosed with cancer, what would you say to them? What is there tips? And what would you say to them?
First thing I did was went and saw a naturopath. I changed my diet. I cut out all processed foods, all sugar, stopped drinking carbonated drinks. Just basically, I eat how my great-great-grandparents cooked, without supermarkets, without anything processed, from scratch. Um, I try and be in bed by 9 o'clock at night and rest. I try and get at least 12 hours of just rest, even if I'm not asleep, resting, because your body needs that time to rest to heal. I do mindfulness. I do meditation. I pray. I do a lot of prayer work. But yeah, just basically live a healthy life. Cut out all the crap, all the toxins in your body. I've done a parasite cleanse. I've done a liver cleanse, and I just live as healthy and natural as I possibly can.
Does
Yeah.
does a Hoxie ask you to do any dietary changes as well on top of everything else? What's the prerequisite there to make sure that the Hoxie works as well as it can?
Okay, so in a nutshell, with Hoxie, with their treatment, you have to be on a very strict diet, which basically is what I'm doing anyway, except definitely no pork, no alcohol, no tomato, no vinegar, because they will neutralize the Hoxie. Also, basically, like, no sugar, nothing in a can, nothing processed, nothing in a box, no takeaway. So none of that. Otherwise, it'll just neutralize and make the Hoxie not work efficiently. And that's, yeah, drink lots of water. Yeah.
And so,
Fantastic.
so your whole life then has essentially changed. Would that be correct in saying?
Absolutely. I was working full time, and now I'm not. I'm focusing 100% on myself,
Yeah.
and as well as educating other people.
Mhm.
People around me that know my diagnosis are just blown away with the fact that I'm getting healthier and healthier rather than sicker and sicker, like they expect that you would with cancer. And seeing, that I'm still positive, I'm still living my life. I'm not sitting around going, woe is me, waiting to die.
Yeah.
I'm out there, I'm sharing the word, I'm helping as many people as I can, and living life.
Unbelievable.
Does
So, I
Unbelievable.
mean, you
Cheryl,
never know when your time's up.
Yeah.
yeah, look, I got a question. Which, okay, so you've got this really good story. You've been pretty successful so far. Probably gone past the expectations of the oncologists. Has the
Yeah.
oncologist at any point shown any interest in what you're doing in the sense of maybe looking into it and seeing if they can even implement it for their patients or anything like that? Was there any interest in what you're doing that made you so successful?
So the last appointment with my oncologist, I went through everything that I'm doing, especially the Hoxie,
Mm,
um, and explained all of that to her. She was interested, but I don't think she would implement it at all.
mm,
Um, it's all about medical to them. And she also told me that there's no point in me, because before that I was seeing the oncologist every month just to touch base with her, to see if I needed any pain relief or if I needed bloods done, tests done, anything like that, or if I wanted to change my mind and come back to chemotherapy. She tried every time to try and convince me, and I also had the oncology unit ringing me every week just to make sure I
mm,
wanted to come back, if I wanted
mm.
to,
Yeah,
which not going to happen.
yeah,
But I did explain to her what I was doing, and she could see that it's working, obviously. But I don't think it's enough to change her thinking. She did document and write down in my notes what I'm doing, and she did say that she would
mm.
get online and have a look at what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I don't think it's enough to change,
Yeah.
because she won't get any money out of it. That's the
Yeah,
thing. It's all
unfortunately.
Cancer is a money making machine. That
Mm,
there is a cure. There's cures for cancer,
yeah.
but
And there's yeah,
it's not. It's not. They can't make money out of it,
yeah.
and
And I
that
like
is
what
my
you
and that is my personal thoughts on it. But yeah,
And I like how you said cures because I think there's many ways to heal from this. It's not just one.
there is.
I've heard many stories, but certainly the hoaxy is definitely one of them. And I sliding doors moment, sliding doors question. Where would you've chosen one path? Now rewind back to that moment where you had to make a decision whether you're gonna how you're gonna treat this situation. Where do you think you'd be if you didn't do the hoaxy and you went down the chemo path? Honest opinion, where do you think that you would be right
Close to dead, if not dead.
now? Yeah, right. That's
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah,
yeah, that's the reality.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm very happy to see you doing so well. And I knew you before the diagnosis, and I've got to say also that you are looking the best I've ever seen you.
Yeah,
And it's just crazy how it's all happened, but everything happens for a reason. And I'm just really glad that you're passing that message on to other people. So, and again, I know what you've said, it's just your story, your journey, but that's all that I think that's all you have to do. Just tell people your journey and let them decide for themselves. And that's what you're doing. So I'm really proud of you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, I think we'll wrap up before Zoom kicks us off. So, again, I'm a simple fella, like to keep it simple. I like dealing in threes. So all I've heard today was 3 months, 3 months to live, and basically three things you did. You changed your lifestyle, you changed your diet, and I guess you changed your medicine by using the Mexican protocol supplements, so forth.
Absolutely.
They're
Yeah.
the three things we can say today. 3 months to live, I'm trying not to cry. I'm starting to shake when I say that
Uh,
out loud, because
yeah.
this is unbelievable. Many moons ago, when I was studying, I was a cleaner in a hospital. Now I am going to cry when in the cancer ward, and it was, oh, my heart used to break for him.
Yeah.
So Cheryl, you're a blessing. Thank you so much for sharing your story. We'll keep praying for
Welcome.
you. We hope you live for another 150 years like our neighbour, mate.
Thank you.
Okay.